The gala pulsed with energy, a dazzling spectacle of glittering chandeliers, effervescent champagne, and the mellow rhythm of live jazz weaving through the air. Guests drifted gracefully across the ballroom floor, their laughter blending with the gentle chime of crystal glasses, and there I was, moving quietly through it all, an unnoticed observer in a sea of elegance. Jenna, my wife, glided effortlessly among her coworkers. Her laughter bright, magnetic, the kind that made people lean in. I watched from a short distance, every glance and movement etched into my mind. Then I saw him, Thornton, my boss. A man I had respected professionally, but had long since looked down on me as something lesser. He stood beside Jenna, leaning in too close, his tone laced with charm and something more dangerous, flirtation. His hand brushed her arm as he whispered, and though my chest tightened, my face remained calm, unreadable. A storm simmered beneath my composure, but I knew better than to act rashly. Patience, I reminded myself, was my greatest weapon. As the evening unfolded, Thornton's confidence swelled. He laughed too loudly at his own jokes, showered Jenna with compliments that made her shift uncomfortably, and glanced my way as if daring me to react. Around us, people exchanged knowing looks, curious, amused, waiting. Jenna's eyes found mine briefly. In that fleeting connection, I caught her silent plea. "Stay calm." I gave a faint smile, deliberate, restrained. The power in that moment was mine, even if he didn't realize it yet. Every smug grin, every overconfident word only built toward the inevitable truth. He was blind to Dot as the night deepened. Thornton's bravado became almost theatrical. He leaned in once more, convinced his charm was working. That was my cue. I stepped forward, slow, measured, unhurried. "Thornton," I said evenly, my voice calm but carrying unmistakable weight. "You seem to have forgotten something important tonight." His smirk faltered, curiosity flickering in his eyes. "Oh, and what might that be?" he asked, his tone attempting nonchalance. Though a trace of unease crept in, I let the silence stretch. Savoring the moment, "I own this company," I said quietly. The words landing like a gavel strike. The reaction was immediate. Thornton froze, his posture collapsing under the weight of realization. The laughter and conversation around us dimmed as whispers began to ripple through the room. The same man who had moments ago radiated confidence now stood pale, exposed, realizing too late that his arrogance had been paraded before the one person he could not afford to offend. Jenna's shoulders eased. A soft, knowing smile played on her lips as she watched the color drain from his face. Thornton attempted to recover, forced smile, nervous chuckle, a twitch of his hand adjusting his tie, but it was futile. His charm had evaporated, his authority hollowed out. Every gesture from that moment on was steeped in discomfort. I didn't raise my voice or press the issue. I didn't need to. The truth had already stripped him bare. The energy in the ballroom shifted subtly yet decisively. Where there had been admiration for Thornton's charisma, there was now quiet respect for me. People saw the difference between noise and true authority. Thornton's attempts at small talk grew clumsy, desperate. Even those who hadn't witnessed the earlier tension sensed the shift in power, an invisible reordering of hierarchy. The lesson was silent but absolute. Arrogance crumbles when faced with calm, undeniable truth. Jenna leaned close, her hand brushing against mine. "I can't believe how calmly you handled that," she whispered. I smiled, slow, faint, deliberate. "Sometimes," I murmured, "the truth is enough to speak for itself." Her eyes sparkled with pride and understanding. What could have been an ugly scene had become something far more powerful, a quiet assertion of control, elegance, and certainty. By the night's end, the story had spread in hushed tones, the revelation that the quiet husband in the corner was the true owner of the company. Thornton's once uncheckable confidence had been dismantled in a single, composed moment. He would never again mistake arrogance for authority, nor underestimate the quiet strength of those he thought beneath him. As Jenna and I left the ballroom hand in hand, satisfaction settled over me. The victory wasn't loud or public, it was poised, deliberate, earned. That night reaffirmed something timeless. Arrogance built on assumption will always collapse under truth. Real power doesn't shout. It waits, patient, steady, until the perfect moment to reveal itself. Thornton had learned that lesson the hard way, and he would remember it far longer than any fleeting moment of charm or pride.